Hi, love. So, obviously, as you can tell by the title, this is going to be another Valentine's Day inspired look. I'm really excited for today's video because I really like how the look came out. But this particular video, I'm going to be including my updated foundation routine as well. Another reason why I'm excited about this video is because the last video that I had posted, it was a real dramatic Valentine's Day look, but I feel like this one is a lot more wearable. And in my opinion, I barely do looks that are really dark and sultry like how I did for this video. So yeah, I'm really excited for you guys to see how this look came out. And hopefully you choose to recreate it. Like if you got a little man or if you got a woman, whatever, and y'all just want to go out and just have a good time for Valentine's Day or just any day, honestly. But yeah, so I am trying to attempt another halo eye. This one was definitely not my favorite one that I've done, but you know, it still turned out really nicely. But I do need more practice with halo eyes. That's why I'm continuously doing them. So yeah. I really didn't do anything spectacular for the eyes, so I'm just going to let you guys watch this video, well, this portion of the video, and then I'm going to come back and explain everything that I did for the face portion, because that's pretty much like the main thing about this video, and obviously like the classic red lip. So yeah, you guys, I'm gonna just let you guys watch the rest, and then I will come back for the face portion. Okay, so now we're on the face portion, and my skin is already prepped and moisturized, so my skin is pretty much good to go. So we're just gonna go right into primer. I'm taking my mattifying primer by e.l.f. that I love so much, and I'm basically putting that in the areas that I get the oiliest. And honestly, I'm just putting it everywhere. Except for my under eye area, because I did go in with a mattifying concealer, so I didn't want my under eye area to be dry. So yeah, now I'm taking the Makeup Revolution foundation. This foundation it's neutral, but I feel like it did pull a little bit more of a gray tone that I didn't really care for. But as I blended it out and just, added the rest of my makeup, it blended pretty nicely. But yeah, that's just the one thing that I noticed about this foundation. I've been using it for the past few days now, just to really see how it works. And it's really nice. It holds up amazingly. The coverage is really nice as well. So yeah, I definitely highly recommend this foundation, you guys. It's just the shade that I have is not really the best shade, but that's okay. They do have a good shade range. My shade is F13.5, which I thought was just going to be perfect. But yeah, I feel like it's not really the color. It's just the undertone that I don't really care for too much. I am more of a neutral kind of girl when it comes to foundations now. I don't like my foundations to be too orange, but this one is a little bit too neutral to where it pulls gray. But, it worked out in the end and everything. But as you guys can see, I am taking my favorite foundation brush. This is the Morphe M439 brush. And this is one of my favorite brushes because it is obviously really, really dense. And that basically helps with the coverage of your foundation. If I were to go in with a beauty blender, it would take up a lot of the product, which is nice if you want a more natural look. But obviously, I do have a bunch of dark spots and stuff on my face that I do want to be covered. So yeah, this brush is pretty much amazing for that. You don't have to have this exact brush. I know a bunch of different brands, especially on Amazon, that have brushes like this. So you don't need to get this one in particular, but something similar to this would be great. So something that I like to do that I've been doing recently is taking my pink fan and just going over my face so I can just get that foundation to dry and set. So yeah, you guys, I kind of slowed it down right here so you can be able to see how the foundation looks after it's dried down and set. So yeah, like I said, this is my shade, but it's just the undertone that's a bit off. But like I said, everything came together in the end. Now I'm going to go in with my favorite concealers. Like I said, I am using a mattifying concealer. So when I do use a mattifying concealer, I like to just do one eye at a time. And even though that this is a mattifying concealer, I still like to go in with my fan and kind of just go over that just for a couple of seconds. Because this way it just gives more coverage. So yeah, I just like to do that, but not too long. Because like I said, this concealer is extremely mattifying. So you just want to be careful about how long you leave the fan on that area, because you will have trouble blending it out if you leave it up there a little bit too long, because this concealer, it does set pretty fast. So now you guys, it's time to do the step that I feel like has honestly changed my highlight and contour game like tremendously. It just looks so much better when I do this, and it just makes the highlight and contour just so much more dramatic, and it makes my contour and just bronzer pop in my opinion. But yeah, I basically like to go in with a concealer that is like a bunch of shades lighter than my highlight shade. And I like to just put it in the under eye area, obviously, but just in the inner corner. I don't like to take it like out too far, because I just want the under eye area to be brightened the most. So yeah, I just blend it out as much as I can, but not to the point where it's like my entire highlighted area that I put that first concealer, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just like to do that, and I feel like it's just completely changed my highlight and contour finish. I just love it so much. So yeah, and as you guys can see, I did take my foundation brush to just blend out the edges. That helps a lot as well, so I highly recommend that you guys do that as well. So yeah, I'm just going in with a little bit of cream contour, and I'm just blending that out with my foundation brush. And yeah. Now, you guys, when it comes to this whole entire foundation routine, this product right here is literally the star of the show. When I say I love this powder so much, I literally had the nerve to buy another powder just to try it out and see, which, you know, is normal. You always want to try out new products, but I will never again will I try another powder. Like, this is the only powder that I need in my life. It is just amazing. It just melts into the skin. It's so finely milled, and I feel like that's one of the main things that you want to look for when it comes to a setting powder, is how thin the powder is. Of course, you will want like a little bit of coverage in the powder, but this one is just absolutely amazing. It melts into my skin. I could bake with it, which honestly says a lot because I do have dry skin. So yeah, it just melts into the skin, and you guys are going to see me later apply more powder because I got on FaceTime with my friend just to show her how much I love this powder and how it just melts into the under eye area. Like, I love it so much. So yeah, I highly recommend this powder like a lot. Okay, so now for the main star of the show, the lip. So you guys, I went in with my Color Rain liquid lipstick, and I believe the shade Cherry Blossom. And yeah, I just went ahead and applied that. Now, I love to do like an ombre lip because I just feel like it's more flattering on my skin tone. because as you can see, like, this is a really bright red. And yeah, I just feel like the ombre is just so much better. So I like to apply that and then go in with a black pencil and just start doing my ombre. So I kept getting out of frame, which I do apologize, but I can just go ahead and explain to you guys what I was doing. So I was basically just lining my lips like normal and just blotting them. Like, you want to go ahead and start lining your lips when the liquid lipstick is still kind of wet, so it could blend really nicely. So I was just lining my lips, and then I went into the corners and I just kept blotting. So basically what you want to do is just keep lining and blotting. That's pretty much it. So you can get that nice ombre effect. So that's pretty much what I did. So now I just took that P. Louise paint, the glitter paint, and I'm just applying that and then applying the silver shade over top of it just to brighten up the eyes just a little bit in the inner corner. And yeah, you guys, I applied just a little bit of highlight as well. You could barely tell that I added anything, to be honest. But yeah, it was just that silver shade and the Juvia's Place palette. I just applied a little bit of that on the cheeks just to give a nice sheen to the skin. But yeah, you guys, this is pretty much the end of the tutorial. I hope you all enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one.